alongside. So Greg, here we are, just about a week into the NBA season. The regular season comes at you fast.
I mean, the games start coming fast and furiously right out of the gate. But you wonder how we made it through summer without getting to see any NBA action.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Green. Pajemski's coming in for Milton. And MP subbed in for Stephen Curry. Time to take things across the court to hear once again about MP's historic night.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in a game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you. And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They got Jackson. Zach Edey out there with Brandon Clark. Then there's Ty Jerome. And it's Pippen in at the shooting guard position. Jerome against MP. Jerome passes to Jackson. Pippen for three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Back to Porzingis. Got a piece of it. MP passes to Porzingis. That one goes. Count it. Porzingis has got 6.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Ty Jerome. Then there's Scottie Pippen. And it's Clark in at the center position. As we've mentioned before, MP took a bit of an unusual path to the NBA. He spent some time in Europe to develop his skills before finding his way to an NBA roster.
And going overseas to develop is something that more than a few players have done before. For a guy like MP, it offered a chance to learn what it means.
There's Jackson with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies. Now the Grizzlies are one of 8 remaining teams, Richard, in search of their first NBA championship.
And the closest they've gotten was that grit and grind era, when they made it as far as the Western Conference Finals in 2013. But can they get back to that level?
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
Thank you. Well, we've seen glimpses of greatness from this year's rookie class, and tonight we have a couple of interesting rookies going head-to-head. I asked MP about the matchup. He said his goal is to become the best of his entire group. He's taking that on as a very personal challenge. Guys, you have to like that determination.
He is as competitive as they come. That was a terrific report. Thank you. Pass to Morant. Here's Coward. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Lock at 6. Morant kicks to Jackson. That three off the mark. Warriors leading by 6. MP outside. And the Warriors miss again. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Outside Jackson. Back to Wells. And the three off target.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Melton, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Jackson from about 19 feet. And another miss by Memphis. The Warriors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Morant, and another miss by Memphis. The Warriors shooting at 46%, making some buckets. MP passes to Horford. Morant with the steal. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw tonight. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Some changes for Golden State. Butler, he's checked in for Horford. Podziemski's coming in for Moody. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for MP. And Memphis also making a switch. Warriors with some changes. Quentin Post comes in for Porzingis. And MP subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. MP against Morant. From the stripe. And it's Curry with the rebound. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor. Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's MP. MP strong inside.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Pass to Morant. Over to the left wing. Aldama can't hit. Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Gets it to go. That one good for Melton. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Memphis has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Wells finds Morant. To the left side wing. Fires for 3. Aldama can't hit.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
RJ, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, he is definitely a tone setter.
Yeah, Kevin, on the court and in the locker room, this man is tenacious. He lets you know exactly what he's thinking. Teams fear him, and sometimes his teammates do as well.
NP passes to Melton. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And some changes here for the Warriors. Porzingis is checked in for Quentin Post. And it's Draymond Green in for MP. There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Well, looking at the Warriors, a tall order for them in this one, looking to steal a win from a very good team. On paper, it's a tough hill climb.
Yeah, but that's why we play games. Anything can happen.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Grizzlies.
When you face an aggressive team, you have to match that energy. I mean, they haven't done that, at least in the first half.
Yeah, just look at the free throw disparity. They haven't been at the line much at all.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
The forward spots will be Butler and Green. D'Anthony Melton out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Porzingis in at center. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And this is what John Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he is almost impossible to guard.
Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And Aldama has it in the corner. Here's Edey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Edey's got his first basket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Curry passes to Butler. Butler on the attack.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
There's a screen by Aldama. And it's Morant missing.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Melton, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Right wing. Back to Morant. There's a screen by Aldama. Morant passes to Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Here's Curry. Morant with some nice D.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
After 4 seasons in Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga moves on, and he was the guy that they drafted number 7 overall. But after a lengthy free agency saga in which the Warriors and Kuminga exchanged several proposals, and they had several sign and trade discussions, Kuminga lands elsewhere. So his run in Golden State is over. They're losing a good young player. Let's see how they can replenish the cupboard there in Golden State.
Certainly something to watch. And Shams, we appreciate the report. On its way from Curry for 2, and again, no good by Golden State.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Edey with it. Pass to Morant. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Now, here's Melton. Covered by Wells. Curry is inside. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
Tougher than he looks. Curry is unbelievable. This man's a true superstar.
Back to Morant. Count that bucket. Morant's got 16 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. MP's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Jerome is checked in. Here's MP. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Jerome finds Edey. The lead now in single digits. Edey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row ending in turnover.
Now Jerome. He has yet to score.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there.
Here's Coward, guarded by Kerr. Jerome, good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's MP. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Just a sloppy quarter of basketball. Turnovers now becoming an issue.
Pass to Coward. 3-pointer. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Jerome.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so, MP will bring it up for Golden State. They've led by as many as 14 points. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Young fella is a walking turnover right now. Just far too sloppy in this quarter.
Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Jerome with it. 5 points in the game. Memphis moving that ball around. Aldama with the ball. Now Green defending. And that one's good. Coward.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, MP.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
A minute 50 left in the third. 6 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 1, Stephen Curry.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Golden State. Moody comes in for Butler. Here's Jerome. 5 points in the game. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Aldama gets the bucket.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers since halftime. They've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
The Warriors making a switch here. Podziemski's checked in. Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Scottie Pippen. Shoots from the elbow. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 7 points.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 9 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you know, he'd love a bigger role, but he's trying to prove himself in the minutes he's getting right now.
You're right. He's putting in the work, and the results have been okay. He just needs to keep believing in himself.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here is MP. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Brandon Podziemski. Back to Jerome. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Warriors trail by 7. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And continuing to cough it up here. The TO's threatening to cost these guys the game.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Jackson. Pass to Anderson. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Memphis, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll return shortly. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Ball's got to move, all right? Let's just start driving and kicking and moving it on, all right? Let's settle in. Make easy, simple passes.
And Greg, the offense doesn't look very fluid right now.
I mean, not enough movement. When the ball is zipping around, this team much more difficult to defend.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, Kyle Anderson is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Morant. And there's Jackson. And it's Jerome in at the 1. Anderson against MP. Shot clock at 5. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Memphis leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Jerome. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
You know, you hate to blame anybody, but those turnovers are a big reason why they're down.
No one near as Jerome lets it go. Off target with his 3.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up. Now,
here's MP.
And I like the way he's settled down here. I mean, after the sloppy first half, he's done a much better job taking care of the ball.
Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jerome, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Pass to Horford. Back to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. And it's rebounded by Morant. Morant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Clark. Anderson wide open. And another miss by Memphis. Butler against Anderson. The fader. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Butler.
And watch out when Butler gets going on offense. He's fantastic at shooting once he gets in a rhythm.
And we have a timeout called by Tomas Isolo. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And some changes here for the Warriors. Quentin Post comes in for Al Horford. And it's Green in for Moses Moody. Edey's checked in for the Grizzlies. Pippen comes in for Jackson. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Post. Melton kicks to MP. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Warriors with some changes. Zinkis, he's checked in for Quentin Post. And Curry subbed in for Jimmy Butler. And Memphis making a change here. Morant surveying the D. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
MP outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Grizzlies with possession here. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And it's Morant missing. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Right side Curry. Pass to Porzingis. 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Moody's checked in for the Warriors. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. DeAnthony Melton comes in for MP. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Pass to Coward. Up top, Eldama. Kept alive. Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Pass to Eldama. And here's Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
The ridiculous reach of Porzingis. There is no way he was letting that through.
Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Over his career, Green has been in so many huge playoff games, so he's used to the pressure moments.
Pass to Coward. Out to Morant. Now Edey. Jumper is off. Outside, Green. Here's Curry. Now Porzingis. And he banks the layup in.
Just a huge shot by Porzingis. He welcomes the chance to come up big for his team.
Curry against Morant. From deep. And down goes the 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now Green. Butler fires. Butler loves the three-point look.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Another shot. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
That one drops. He ties it up.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Aldama with the ball. Working on Green. Melton with the ball to take the lead. And that one falls.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Curry against Morant. Now Edey. Porzingis with the steal. Missed on the 3. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. It's Morant. Here's Coward. He's guarded by Melton. 6 to shoot. Misses the three.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
We call that putting the game on ice. This one, oh yeah, that's over.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Morant. So we see the Warriors get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has